And we are live. Hey, I'm Matt, a live streaming YouTuber, and here we are at a place called The Peak in Hong Kong. Join Travel the World with Matt as I take you on the adventures of a lifetime. Welcome! We are here in South Korea on the island of Jeju, and I'm going to just switch the camera around. We are live. Hey, I'm Matt, and as you can see, I'm very sweaty. I'm here with my friend.
I'm Volcano from Korea.
And we've just hiked just about 30 minutes, but it was straight up 800 meters to the top of what was a volcano that used to be underwater. And it is, I'm going to switch the camera around now. There we go. Hi, David. And it is 5:30 in the morning, and we are here to watch the sunrise at this UNESCO World Heritage site here on
Seongsan Ilchulbong.
And the name of it is, how do we pronounce it?
Song.
Song? Sun?
Ilchulbong.
Ilchulbong. That means volcano sun.
No. Seongsan means local name.
Yeah.
Ilchul means sunrise.
Yeah, so Seongsan, sunrise. And so the big thing here at this volcano is you want to come here, you probably leave at like 5 a.m. because it's about a half an hour walk up to the top of the volcano. You leave at 5, you get here at 5:30, and you watch this spectacular sunrise. Oh, and I see Joanne saying hi, and Natalie and Anne saying hi. Hi, guys. So I want to tell you a little bit more about Seongsan, which is also called Sunrise Peak. It's an archetypal tough cone. You can see the shape of that bowl-like shape, and it's formed by volcanic eruptions. So this volcano was actually formed underwater on the seabed about 5,000 years ago. And I'll take you a little bit closer so we can get a nice clear view. So it was formed about 5,000 years under the seabed, and it's situated here on the eastern seaboard of Jeju Island, and it's said to resemble a gigantic ancient castle. So if you saw the picture for this tour, it does really look like a massive castle just coming out of nowhere. Like the land around is all flat, and then you've got this amazing monumental mountain just coming out of nowhere. And here at the top you can see that it's got like a bowl-like shape in the middle here. And we've just hiked about 182 meters from the bottom of the volcano. So we're here at about 182 meters, and what's amazing about this tough cone is that it's preserved this bowl-like crater, and it's got really good. The inner structures have been preserved really well. So, hey sharks! So yeah, this volcano is 182 meters high, and the crater is that we're looking at, and I'm just going to do a pan across, is about 600 meters in diameter. Now, when it was formed, it was of course it was formed underwater, so it was very moist and sticky, and the water permeated the volcanic vents, making the diverse just creating the sort of structure that you see today. Now there have been numerous other volcanoes, hydromagmatic volcanoes, like other volcanoes. You get volcanoes that you find on land, volcanoes that are underwater, and there have been numerous other ones as well. But no other is as well preserved as this one, and because of this, and the remarkable scenery that you get here, with the well-preserved tuff cone, and if we go on the way down, you'll see the structure along the seawall, and just because of the scientific value and the scenery, it was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and also one of the 7 new wonders of nature. Now that title of 7 new wonders of nature actually goes to the whole of Jeju Island. Jeju Island is a volcanic island formed out of many volcanoes. In fact, if you have a look on Google Maps of Jeju Island, the main volcano Seongsan, which is the highest mountain on Jeju, that formed a lot of Jeju Island, started at the bottom at the water and just rose up and created the island of Jeju. Dawn says Jeju is an amazing island and I loved my time there. So Dawn's been there, and if you ever come to Jeju, I would recommend do the 5 a.m. wake up call, because coming here, being able to see the sunrise is a really, really special event. Joanne says Jeju is a great place and I enjoyed my visit there lots to see. Yeah, Jeju is a really, really massive island. I've only just spent a day here yesterday. I think I went into a lava tunnel and went to another museum, and all of that just took the whole day. There's so much to see, and there are quite a few lava tunnels around Jeju Island. The one that I went to, the space that's open to the public, is about 1 kilometer long, and it's in places it's really, really massive. Here you can see everybody sitting waiting to see the sunrise. Now it is a bit cloudy today, but you can see the cloud beautifully lighting up there, and sunset is in sunrise is in 2 minutes. So we're hoping for a nice, beautiful light. Now let's talk about, now we look inside this volcano, and it's beautiful and green, and there are many plants here, including 6 rare plant species. And in fact, there's one species called Agintia indecisa, and this plant is only found here in this on this volcano and nowhere else in the world. So really, really, this of course a very, really special and unique location. Imagine that this location has one plant you can't find anywhere in the world, and that's why I don't think you're allowed to walk down into the volcano, just to preserve all the plant species that are found here. Now we will wait for the sun to come up. I'm just going to give you a view of the back of Jeju, of the town where I've walked, where we've come up. So the city is really, really small. Here it is. So down where that car park is, that's where we've come from. And my hotel is just, I'm just going to put my finger at it. It's just along here on the waterfront. We'll have it looking out at this cone. Really, really beautiful. So you can see the town itself, extremely, extremely flat. And there's only one way in, or there's one way in and out. So there's a road that goes along here, and then a road that goes along here, and those are the 2 ways you get in. but you can see other little lumps peppering the landscape like pimples, all caused by volcanic activity here on this island. Diane says cheers from Florida, USA, and Joanne is saying an interesting mix of stunning nature and quirky museums in Jeju. Yeah, there are a lot of really amazing museums. There's a teddy bear museum. There's like a Love Island outdoor museum. There's a lot of very quirky and unique and interesting places to visit. So I'm going extremely wide on this angle here, so you get a really clear. Now it is, when I was we were hiking up earlier, there was no wind. Now that we're on top of the cone, it is very windy. Very nice, pleasant wind. Isn't that light beautiful? Can you see that purple pink light on the water? Oh, welcome, Holly. So I arrived in, so if you're new to my channel, my name is Matt, and I'm actually from South Africa. I've been living in Hong Kong for the last 4 years. Yesterday I arrived on Jeju Island, and this is something that was on my bucket list, to come here at 5:30 and watch the sunrise. Carly says, funny watching from the UK as the sun just went down a short while ago. Yeah, it's the magic of the internet that we can experience places like this all over the world. Thanks, Carly, for giving us the sun. We've lost it and now we've got it here in Jeju. Jeju is a very green island and covered in volcanoes, and I do recommend if you're interested in volcanoes, have a look at Jeju Island on Google Maps, and you'll see a massive volcano in the center of the island, which you can hike. You do have to register to go hiking, and there's some short hikes that only take about 30 minutes, and there's also a long version of the hike. Oh, and Dawn says, when I arrived there was a major hurricane storm starting, and we thought that the hotel windows were going to break. Yeah, I want to tell you a quick fun fact, and that is that before I left Hong Kong there was a super hurricane headed towards Hong Kong, so I escaped just in time, but luckily it was a very unpredictable hurricane, and it ended up missing Hong Kong and going straight towards the mainland. So we're lucky to miss that. I'm just going to walk around to so you can get a really nice sense of the whole volcano. I'm going to walk around to the other side, so we're on the right hand side, and we'll just get a nice, I'll stop and we'll get every single angle that we can of this volcano we'll get. Now there's it's not just the volcano here, there's some grannies that twice a day go diving to catch and get I think it's a shellfish, and it's on the left hand side here where I'm looking, where they go diving, and you can actually go watch them. It's a tradition, and now it's like something popular to, like, kind of quirky here in South Korea. Now during COVID, of course, most countries were locked away, and South Korea was the same. If you wanted to leave or come in, you had to quarantine, and so Jeju during that time was saw a lot of local tourists, but now that it's opened again and there's no quarantine, anybody can come. In fact, it was very easy to come. For me, I just had to register electronically, and then a few hours later I got a piece of paper that allowed me to come here. Yeah, so I'm going to go and show you where they go diving, and you can go. It's something special and unique about Jeju. Okay, I'm just gonna go on the stairs. So here's some little bit more information talking about the process that made this volcano. I'm gonna zoom in. So the eruption process of the tuff cone. This was they are highly permeable lavas at the lower part of the cone, which was formed by hydrovolcanic eruptions caused by explosive interaction of ascending magma and groundwater from the lava bed about 5,000 years ago. The hydrovolcanic eruptions continued until the eruptions ceased due to the groundwater interacting with lava feeding the vent, and as a result the crater has a bowl-like form, unfilled by scoria and the lava. So the fact that the volcano was forming underwater and caused explosions, of course, when you have water and extreme heat, you're going to have steam, and steam, or you can power things with steam, so it's got a lot of power. Joanne says, I'd love to revisit South Korea one day. Well, here you get to experience it again virtually. I always, in my mind, always pretend that when I come to a place that maybe, because there's a possibility I won't be able to come back, so I always try to see as much as I can, just in case I don't get the opportunity to go back. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. Oh, let me zoom out again, give you a nice. There we go. And just in this corner over here, that's where those grannies are diving. So here's some more information about Jeju. Geological formations and volcanic topography on Jeju Island. Jeju Island is a shield volcano, first erupting approximately 1.8 million years ago and continuing on and off until the current historic period. Hydrovolcanic activity formed the foundation of Jeju Island, and subsequent eruptions consisting mainly of lavas that created geological features with a shield form. About 5,000 to 7,000 years ago, the tuff cone here was formed by hydroelectric eruptions which took place again in several areas of the sea. And from the top of the tuff cone you can see the layout of Jeju. Now I just wanted to, Diane says, I was last in South Korea in 1971 for business, and there was a curfew in effect then. And I want to tell you another interesting fact about this tuff cone that we're looking at. Now when you look at it, it looks a like it's just one. It looks like it's just one volcano, but it's actually formed from two volcanoes that came together, and you wouldn't think that looking at it, but oh, hi Charity. It's formed by two volcanoes. So beautiful and green here on the island. Oh, that light, amazing. Okay, so what I want to tell you is about what I'm going to be doing. Let's see, is it tomorrow? So on the 1st of August at around lunchtime, we're going to go to a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Palace and Fortress, about 4 hours away by train from Seoul. I haven't loaded it on my YouTube yet because I'm not exactly sure. It's sometimes when you're scheduling a tour, it's difficult to tell exactly when it's going to be, but I can tell you it's going to be around lunchtime on the 1st of August, and I'm really excited to take you there. But I'm only going to schedule the tour once I'm on the train, because then I'll know exactly when I'm going to get there. That's going to be the 1st of August around lunchtime. I'm thinking it's probably going to be 12-ish. That's Greenwich Meridian time. Maybe a little bit earlier, a little bit later, but around 12-ish. But I'll set that time about 4 hours before the tour, because then I'll know when I'll arrive. And if you're following me on YouTube, you'll get that alert, and I'll also put it in my Facebook group. So if you're part of my Facebook group, or if you're not part of my Facebook group, just you can keep there for updates, or follow me on Facebook. And Dawn says that the female free divers on Jeju are called, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that, and they're not exclusively elderly, and I visited the museum to find out more about them. Okay, so there's a museum there as well. Yeah, and that's just on the left-hand side of this volcano. So, thank you so much for joining me here in Jeju for this beautiful sunrise. I'm just gonna so my Facebook name, it's on this YouTube channel if you go to the main page, and it's called Travel with Matt, and I post information about all the places that we go, just a little extra information, and all of that, so definitely worth checking out. It's called Travel the World with Matt on YouTube. Link is on Facebook. I just want to say thank you so much all for tuning in, and if you want to buy me a coffee, that just helps me to get to these amazing places. So thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to taking you to the Palace on the 1st of August. That's going to be about 4 hours away from Busan, and I'd like to do some more lives as well. All the live streams I do, I leave them up so you can watch them again at any time. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you on the 1st of August. So you can see so much sweat. So yeah, keep exploring, keep adventuring, and from Matt here in Jeju, goodbye. Bye, Carly.